why Filipino women are shy, timid, and innocent, but wild in your Filipino wife or your girlfriend. Even though you would try and try, you cannot break that. The traits of being shy, timid, and innocent is changing. They would be boring at first, but who knows? After you teach them or they're already open. Welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Ismi.
It's me, Roger.
And welcome to Roger and Ismi Vlogs. So today's subject, why Filipino women are shy, timid, and innocent, but wild in bed.
Before we start, daghang salamat sa inyong paghigugma o pagsuporta sa among channel.
Thank you so much for your love and support, guys. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell for new uploads or new videos.
Why? Ismi.
So of course, you're really curious, what is this topic all about, right?
Yes, and this is pretty interesting because we will let you know what is a Filipina.
And of course, we will explain to you what influence a Filipina.
Now, first one is Filipino culture.
Yes, our culture gives us a big influence because from generations to generations, they pass it. They pass the good traits of being a Filipina.
Yes.
Especially if a Filipina is the one taking care of the house. So it was passed by the history, of course.
Correct. And as you all know, guys, Filipinos before are so traditional.
Very traditional indeed. And dignity is really important before.
Correct. And men before, they really respect women.
Yes, of course. If the woman would try to work, that's already a big impact to the father or to the man in the house.
That's true. So that's what influenced them.
Yes. So people before are really strict when it comes to their kids. They need to really follow the rules in the house.
Correct. And we have it called GMRC, good manners and right conduct.
Yes, and we follow that all throughout the years that passes by. But nowadays, when it comes to the traditional woman, before traditional women cannot work. Now, women are working because of the information.
Yes,
right?
and also they have their freedom.
Yes,
Not
their
unlike
freedom.
before that they're like being controlled, or especially their husband will really initiate that, okay, just stay here in the house and then going to work. But nowadays they have the freedom to choose.
Yes, and way back before, the father controls every word that you say. If you would try to disrespect or try to talk a word that is not appropriate, of course, you will be punished before.
That's one thing.
Yes, you can only say something if the father permits you to say something.
Correct. And
Yes.
the next one is the family influence.
Yeah, family influence is everything to a Filipina. As you all know, family is more important to themselves, right?
And the family connection is like bring us a big impact.
Yes.
And you guys can never like break that connection between the parents.
Yes, and your Filipino wife or your girlfriend, even though you would try and try, you cannot break that. And the good thing about family influence is the bonding between the parents and the kids is really strong.
True.
Which is good for your Filipina. Because you know, families give a very warming feeling to your Filipina. So, meaning family, we're talking about relatives too, not just the parents, but also the relatives.
Siblings.
Yeah, siblings. So once your Filipina would try to show or to dress to show or to use inappropriate words, vulgar dresses, it gives a big impact to the family.
That's absolutely true. And if you notice that why Filipinas are like this or like that, because of that reason. The
Yes.
family influence for them. They will always think that, okay, this is the thing that I need to really remember because this is being taught by my parents.
Yes, and there are also families that are controllable. They need to follow it, or you don't have the freedom to dress this type of fashion because it's not appropriate.
Yeah, and there are parents right now are like that, still exist. Like
Up until now.
yeah, yeah. They really control their kids.
Yes, they control their kids so that people would respect them.
True.
Yes. But you know, fashion change every now and then. So they're just trying to go with the boat ride. Yes.
Especially for the young generations right now.
Yeah, young generations really show what they have right now. Which is, it's okay if you are in a place that people would also dress like that. But if you're in the province, of course, people would really look at you.
Yes, of course, because they're not used to it and common to see like that.
Yeah, and you would not be respected. People would try to disrespect you.
Correct. And other thing, they will like lower down your dignity because
Yeah.
why you're doing that? You're here in the province.
Yes, why are you not dressing like that? So that's the reason why most Filipino women would try to check what they are dressing at or what they look at or how they try to use their words. So they need to really be sophisticated.
Extra careful because people in the province is way different in the city. Their
Yes.
mindset, their thinking is way different. The next one is the environment.
In the environment, it gives also a huge impact to your Filipina because people surrounding you would really influence you, especially if they would dress this way, you would also dress like that way. If if their behavior is like this, it would also influence your behavior.
Yes, and especially if your Filipina is coming from the province, for sure, they think and they act traditional.
Yes, that's true. Or there are also province women that if their environment are also open-minded, she would be open-minded. It really depends on the people surrounding her, especially if she has peers that are also open-minded.
Correct.
There are also city folks that they are surrounded by church people. That's the reason why they are more calm, they are more shy, and they are very respectful in terms of the way they speak.
Yes,
Right?
and their words is being controlled or like the way they speak. It's more on in a polite way.
Yeah, in a polite way, because the way they think is maybe I need to try to use this word instead of this word. Maybe I can offend her or offend them. So most of that type of Filipina is much more introvert.
Correct. So if you will encounter this type of Filipina, you have to be like extra careful of like the words that you are going to use.
That's true.
Because maybe she will be offended.
That's true, especially if she's surrounded by those types of people that doesn't use harsh words.
Not unless if you are comfortable with each other, you know each other for
A long
quite some time.
time.
So then it depends upon you if you're gonna use those kind of words.
Yeah, it depends on the situation. Depends on the relationship that you already have with your Filipina. So if a Filipina would date a foreigner or being married to a foreigner, the traits of being shy, timid, and innocent is changing. It would really change. And you would notice that at first, especially if this is your first time together with a Filipina in bed, they would really be innocent of everything. because for them it's first time. So you need to be extra patient with them. You need to be a teacher, and at the same time, they would be the student, right?
Even if like during the dating stage, for sure Filipinas are like shy to them, timid.
You don't
like,
talk.
They're really extra careful about their words that they're going to say, especially the language barrier, right?
It's
and
true.
then they're talking to a different person or a different nationality. So maybe you can say, what happened to this Filipina? Why she's not talking?
Yes, don't get offended by that, brothers.
Or you
'Cause
can say, this Filipina is so boring, so I need to find another one.
they would be boring at first, but who knows? After you teach them, or they're already open to your cultures and the things that they need to know, they can really satisfy you guys. They would be wild, and I would say like Tarzan and Jane, kind of wild. So that's really true. Most of my friends that dated a foreigner, they were so innocent at first, but afterwards they were much more different. They evolved.
So guys, inside the room, they're so wild, but outside, you can see that they're innocent.
Yeah, innocent, like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Yes. So, thank you so much, guys, for watching till the end, and we hope to see you in our next vlog.
No hate,
Just
just love.
love.
Bye.